Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Love ain't easy. Anybody who told you love was going to be smooth, simple, or without struggle lied to you. Love is work, it's patience, it's sacrifice, and most of all, it's a choice every single day. See, the problem with a lot of people today is they want love, but they don't want to put in the work. They want the fairy tale without the effort. But let me tell you something. Real love, the kind that lasts, is built through trials, not just the good times. Love requires effort. You can't just wake up and expect love to stay alive on its own. It's like a fire. You gotta feed it, protect it, and sometimes even rebuild it when the winds of life try to blow it out. If you're not willing to put in the work, love will fade. Think about anything in life that has value. A successful career, a strong body, a business, none of those things happen by accident. They require time, energy, and commitment. Love is no different. Too many people walk into relationships thinking that love alone is enough to carry them through, but that's not the case. Love is the starting point, not the finish line. You have to nurture it. You have to invest in it. You have to fight for it when things get tough. The problem with a lot of people today is they want the reward without the effort. They want someone to love them unconditionally, but don't want to put in the time to understand, support, and grow with that person. They want the spark, but they don't want to keep adding wood to the fire. That's why so many relationships fail, not because the love wasn't real, but because the effort wasn't there. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up in love, and days when you're tired, frustrated, or even angry. But love isn't about feelings, it's about commitment. Feelings come and go, but commitment is what keeps love strong. You don't get to just love when it's easy, when the butterflies are there, or when everything is going smoothly. You have to love when it's inconvenient, when it requires patience, when it demands more from you than you want to give. Effort in love means listening when you'd rather ignore, apologizing when you'd rather argue, and staying when you'd rather walk away. It means putting aside your pride, your ego, and your selfish desires to make room for something bigger than yourself. Love is about building something together, something that can withstand storms, disappointments, and challenges. And that doesn't happen without work. Look at the couples who have been together for decades. Ask them their secret, and they won't tell you it's easy. They'll tell you it was a choice every day, through every fight, through every season of life. They put in the work. They had tough conversations. They made sacrifices, and that's why their love lasted. If you want a love that stands the test of time, you have to be willing to do what most people won't. You have to show up even when it's hard. You have to choose your partner even on the days when you don't feel like it. Because love isn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. Love will test you. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. Moments when you feel unheard, unappreciated, or even unloved. There will be days when you wonder if it's worth it. If the person you're with really understands you, or if you're strong enough to keep going. But here's the truth. Love is not about avoiding struggles. It's about learning how to face them together. Every strong relationship goes through trials. It's easy to love someone when everything is perfect, when there's no stress, no disagreements, no hardships. But love isn't proven in the easy times. It's proven in the hard times. The real test of love isn't when everything is going right. It's when everything seems to be going wrong. That's when you find out if your love is built to last. When challenges arise, most people think something is wrong with their relationship. They assume that if they argue or struggle, maybe they're not meant to be. But that's a lie. Every meaningful relationship will face obstacles. Love will push you, stretch you, and force you to grow in ways you never expected. It will test your patience, your kindness, your ability to forgive. And if you're not ready for that, then you're not ready for love. Think about anything in life that has true value. It doesn't come easy. A championship athlete doesn't win without training. A successful entrepreneur doesn't succeed without struggle. A strong marriage doesn't last without trials. Growth requires resistance. Strength is built through struggle. And love is no different. When the tests come, it's easy to blame the other person. It's easy to say they're the problem or they don't understand me. But love isn't about pointing fingers. It's about taking responsibility. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can we learn from this? Instead of running away, lean in. Face the test together and use it as an opportunity to grow stronger. The truth is, love will break you down before it builds you. It will force you to confront your insecurities, your fears, and your weaknesses. It will expose the parts of you that still need work. That's why so many people walk away. They're not ready to face themselves. But if you can endure the test, if you can push through the tough times, love will refine you. It will shape you into a better person. The strongest couples aren't the ones who never fight. They're the ones who fight for each other. They're the ones who choose love even when it's hard. They understand that love isn't about avoiding problems. It's about working through them together. So when love tests you, don't run. Don't quit. Stand firm. Because love isn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be real. And real love, the kind that lasts, is always worth fighting for. Love is about growth. If you're the same person today that you were when you first fell in love, something is wrong. Love is meant to challenge you, to stretch you, and to help you become a better version of yourself. Too many people think love is just about comfort, about finding someone who makes them feel good all the time. But real love isn't just about feeling good. It's about becoming better. Growth in love means change, and change is not always comfortable. It means letting go of old habits, old mindsets, and even some old parts of yourself that no longer serve you. It means learning to communicate better, to listen more, to be more patient, and to love in a way that is selfless rather than selfish. Love forces you to look in the mirror and ask, am I the kind of person I would want to be with? If the answer is no, then it's time to grow. One of the biggest mistakes people make in relationships is expecting their partner to grow, but refusing to grow themselves. They want their partner to be more patient, more understanding, more loving, but they don't want to do the same. Real love requires both people to evolve. It's a partnership, not a one-sided deal. If you want a strong love, you have to be willing to grow alongside your partner. Growth doesn't happen when things are easy. It happens when things are tough. It happens when you're forced to face your weaknesses, when you're challenged to become a better communicator, when you're pushed to love even when it's hard. Every fight, every disagreement, every challenge in your relationship is an opportunity to grow, if you choose to see it that way. Some people run from growth because it's uncomfortable. They don't want to deal with their flaws, their past trauma, or their insecurities. They want love to be effortless, to never challenge them. But love that never challenges you is love that never helps you grow. And love that never helps you grow will eventually die, because anything that stops growing eventually fades away. The best relationships are built on two people who are committed to not only loving each other, but also improving themselves. They don't settle for who they were yesterday. They push to be better today. They learn from their mistakes, they admit when they're wrong, and they constantly strive to love each other in a deeper, more meaningful way. When you commit to growth and love, you will experience a deeper, stronger, and more fulfilling relationship. You will not only love your partner more, but you will also respect him more. And most importantly, you will respect yourself more, because you'll know that you are constantly working to become the best version of yourself. Love isn't just about staying together, it's about growing together. And if you're not growing, you're not really loving. Love requires sacrifice. You can't truly love someone and still be selfish. Love means giving up some of your pride, your time, your wants. Because real love is about two people coming together as one. And if you're not willing to sacrifice, then you're not really willing to love. Too many people walk into relationships thinking they can keep everything the same, keep their priorities, their habits, their way of doing things without making any adjustments. But love doesn't work like that. When you love someone, their happiness starts to matter just as much as your own. You start thinking in terms of a we instead of just a me. And that means making sacrifices, not because you have to, but because you want to. Sacrifice doesn't mean losing yourself. It doesn't mean giving up who you are or letting go of your dreams. It means making space for another person in your life. It means learning how to compromise, how to adjust, and how to put someone else's needs before your own when necessary. Think about it. Every great love story is filled with sacrifice. Parents sacrifice for their children. Friends sacrifice for each other. And in relationships, if both people aren't willing to sacrifice at times, then love won't last. Love isn't just about how you feel. It's about what you're willing to give. But here's the thing, sacrifice has to go both ways. If one person is doing all the sacrificing while the other person only takes, that's not love. That's imbalance. A strong relationship is built on mutual sacrifice, where both people are willing to meet each other halfway. It's about supporting each other's dreams, being there for each other in tough times, and sometimes putting your partner's needs above your own, knowing they would do the same for you. Sacrifice also means letting go of your ego. Love will humble you. It will make you realize that being right all the time isn't as important as being kind. It will teach you that sometimes apologizing, even when you don't feel like it, is more important than proving a point. Love isn't about winning an argument. It's about winning together. One of the biggest sacrifices in love is time. In today's world, we're all busy. We have careers, goals, responsibilities, but love requires presence. It requires showing up, not just physically, but emotionally. You can't build a strong relationship if you're always distracted, always too busy, always making excuses for why you don't have time. If you love someone, you make time, period. Sacrifice also means letting go of unhealthy patterns. Maybe you've been hurt in the past. Maybe you have trust issues or you're used to handling problems a certain way. But love challenges you to grow beyond your past, to become a better partner, to break generational cycles. It's not easy, but it's necessary. At the end of the day, love isn't about what you can get. It's about what you're willing to give. And when two people are both willing to give, to sacrifice, and to meet each other with love and respect, that's when love becomes something truly powerful. That's when love lasts. Love is not supposed to be easy, but that's exactly what makes it meaningful. If love required no effort, no sacrifice, no growth, then it wouldn't be worth much. The strongest, most fulfilling relationships are not the ones that happen effortlessly. They are the ones that are built with patience, commitment, and an unwavering willingness to fight for each other. Too often, people walk away from love because it gets hard. They think love should always feel good, always be exciting, always be easy. But real love is not just about the good times. It's about how you show up when things get tough. It's about choosing to stay when walking away seems easier. It's about working through challenges instead of running from them. Love is tested in the moments of struggle, in the moments when patience runs thin, when misunderstandings happen, when life throws obstacles in your way. That's when love either breaks or strengthens. The couples who last aren't the ones who never face problems. They're the ones who refuse to give up when those problems arise. They understand that love isn't just a feeling, it's a decision. Growth is a huge part of love. If you're in a relationship and you haven't grown as a person, then you're not experiencing real love. Love pushes you to be better. It challenges you to look at yourself honestly, to fix the parts of you that need work, to learn how to communicate, to be patient, and to become more selfless. If you're doing love right, you won't be the same person you were when you started. You'll be stronger, wiser, and more mature. Sacrifice is another essential part of love. It's impossible to love someone deeply and still live only for yourself. Love requires you to put someone else's needs before your own at times. It requires compromise, patience, and the willingness to meet each other halfway. Love isn't just about what you give, it's about what you give. And when both people are willing to give, that's when love thrives. Time is also a sacrifice. In a world where everyone is busy chasing careers, dreams, and personal goals, love demands that you make time for it. A relationship cannot survive on occasional attention. It needs consistency. Love requires presence, effort, and daily choices that show your partner they matter. At the end of the day, love is not perfect. It's messy, complicated, and sometimes frustrating. But the beauty of love is that it teaches you, it strengthens you, and it gives you something greater than yourself. Easy love doesn't last because it hasn't been tested. The love that stands the test of time is the love that has endured storms and still chooses to stay. So don't look for easy love. Look for real love. Because love isn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. And when you find the right person, every sacrifice, every effort, and every challenge will be worth it in the end.